at Havana Fields today on Battleground with Enad Haddad, kind of bringing the Greensboro NABA on the road. Did that with the Grasshoppers a couple of times this season. Left the clubhouse of the skipper, went out to the parking lot. Had like a 3-0 record interview in the parking lot attendant. Today we're at Havana Fields. We're with Enad Haddad and the Greensboro NABA and the Reds. Also big season coming up. Enad, if you will, kind of give us kind of an up-to-date of the league right now, where you guys sit as far as getting ready for the season, what's coming up this year, and some things we can look for.
We're opening May 18th at Guilford College. We're going to have 2 games out there, and a couple of the other teams are going to kick off the next week. The Piedmont Pirates out of Western Guilford and the Greensboro Braves. About 10 more days.
How many teams in the league this year?
We've got 6 solid right now. We're thinking about adding a 7th and possibly an 8th team before we start. So
not too far off from the opener, too, right? Pretty quick, as you mentioned.
Far off. But we're prepared to add more teams in there, though.
Gotcha. What about today's edition coming from Havana Fields here on Battleground Avenue? And Phil was telling me he's got Derek Wittenberg coming in here in a couple of weeks. He's going to be doing some kind of signing to the 30 for 30 DVD from ESPN. A lot of good things happening around Havana Fields, and a lot of good things happening around the Greensboro NABA. And kind of neat for you to take it on the road a couple of times.
Yeah, I came in here earlier. I had met Phil a couple times out, and Trevor Edwards, former UNCG third baseman, I guess home run RBI leader last year in 13. We're good friends, and Trevor actually plays hockey on Havana Fields team for the Greensboro Adult League here at the Ice House. So they just won their championship.
And we're talking about Phil Siegel, who runs Havana Fields on Battleground Avenue, a 1976 Grimsley graduate, former Worley, and does a lot of good things out here locally in the community. NC State grad from back around the early 80s. And again, the Greensboro NABA, big season coming up 2014. Had a lot of success last year. Last year, you guys are kind of like nomads. This year, you're hoping to get some roots established once again here in town.
Yeah, hoping to get back at Western Guilford's field, have that as our home field. But we do have Guilford College for about 8 or 9 dates, so I'm really excited about that. They got a new wood fence out there. It's beautiful. Playing some games a little bit in High Point, stuff like that. Maybe a little bit in Trinity with our friend Rob Shore, help support him.
Hey, Guilford College is right now. I was out there the other day. I get there at least a couple of times a week to kind of tour the campus, get some exercise in up there. But think about Guilford College baseball field right now. It is reaching the right stage of the year. I think the baseball team missed out in some ways because the grass right now, Guilford is just actually starting to take shape.
Yes. I saw that the other day. I went by there and I saw the grass is just starting to look real good.
And you kind of think about the teams in the league this year, the Greensboro NABA, the Adult Baseball Association locally. Give us all the teams in the league for this year.
The Kernersville Marlins, actually the Greensboro Expos have combined with them, and they were very strong last year. We've got the Greensboro Braves, the Piedmont Pirates, which are a Western Guilford alumni-based team. The Winston-Salem Dodgers, which have a lot of Greensboro College kids. And then we've got a team, the Lexington Orioles, which is Luke Wilhelm's team, former Pfeiffer pitcher, former Kernersville Bulldog. The Greensboro Braves are Guilford College kids, Greensboro College, GTCC. So it's going to be a very competitive year this year.
How about one of our alumni here out of the league? He's still in the league. Was last year. Chris Eggers over at Grimsley. The success he's had this year with his Grimsley Worley baseball team, going for the tournament championship in a day or so as they get set to go down at Southeast Guilford. Picked up a big win the other evening down at Southeast, knocking off the Falcons 7-3. Beat Dudley the night before 13-12. If you will, touch on some of the success of one of your players previous in the league who's doing a good job as a coach, Chris Eggers at Grimsley.
Well, they knocked off Southeast last night. I think it was number one seeding. Is it Metro 4?
Metro 4A,
Metro
right?
4A. Big upset, and maybe they'll play Page or Southern Alamance in the championship. I talked to Chris this morning. He was very happy, still very grounded. That's his personality. He never thinks he's there. He's very tough on himself. But probably the most clutch playoff pitcher I've had for the Reds. I mean, he knows about playoff baseball. I can tell you that. He's
a big game man.
Yes, he is.
And good to see him have that kind of success too.
Very good for the program. And I think he's done a fabulous job last year. and then building on this year.
And I tell you what, you talk about his pitching efforts with your team and in your league, the Greensboro NABA. You watch him as a coach and you watch his Grimsley team. That seems to be one of the things where they, in my opinion, I'm just throwing it out, I don't know it all, but I see a few games on occasion. But the thing is, one of the most improved parts and portions of his program this year is the pitching for Grimsley. That's been so improved. Watching this kid on his team, I think it's Zach Massey. He had Branch going last night.
Catawba, I think.
Yeah, and Kyle Smith, the kid going to Catawba, had a 2-run homer last night. He's also a pitcher. Luke Madden, who pitched the other night against Dudley. But you look at Massey, you look at Madden, you look at, as you mentioned, Kyle Smith, and you look at LeBranch, who got the win, went the distance last night. You have to work for your pitchers pretty hard to have those kids in a groove in a game where they can go the distance, because high school, you're lucky if you get 3 or 4 innings. You got to make a move, and these kids go long distance for the coach.
Well, this morning he said, I guess the kid pitched the whole game, right?
Complete game.
And he said that's what we had to do to get there, so we'll just make it happen. That's just tournament baseball right there.
Yeah, well, talk about, you guys also have a tournament, so anybody that joins NABA can expect an all-star game. They can expect a home run derby, end of the year tournament. You guys also face off against teams and all-star crews from other cities. A lot of things are planned, a lot of good things going on. Talk about those.
Yeah, we have our league all-star game and home run derby, which is a very big event. We're playing the junior or the high times at Finch Field, I think June 3rd. It's our all-star team against their team. We are going to play the Fayetteville NABA in an all-star game on a Saturday. That's right. And then at the end of the year, the winner of the Greensboro League and the winner of the Fayetteville League will play for the state championship.
So you guys are reaching out pretty well too now.
Yes.
Much more of an outreach than you had back in the early days when you guys are getting going. Hit the Reds right quick. What can you expect the Reds, the team, the perennial champions of the Greensboro NABA, and led by Enad Haddad. Talk about the Reds and what they are looking to do this season and who they have to look to get it done.
Well, first and foremost, we want to repeat as champions. I always have to challenge these guys. When you're on top for a while, you have to find ways to challenge the players. That's why I set up out-of-league games. We've got the Bulldogs a couple times. That's a big rivalry. And I would say that, other than the league stuff, that's our number one goal, is to beat Del Imes and the Bulldogs.
Beat the Bulldogs, take care of Del Imes there. Yes.
Yeah, I've got 4 catchers this year. Last year that was a bit of a weakness, our catching depth.
Who have you added, by the way?
I've added Caleb Houskins. I think he's at Bluefield State. Will Moore out of, I think they're from Reedsville area. He's at RCC. And actually I have an old friend, Damon Newman, who was
it's an old Dudley man from a long time
ago.
ago.
9th round pick of the A's in '92. He's like 40 years old, but he's still one of the best around here.
He can probably help those young guys too with his experience.
Yes. And I have a better staff this year. I've added Don Conrad, who's an old adult league baseball friend. So I figure we improve our staff, we can help the team, we can do more for the kids. Travis Moore is going to be back full time. He was a little burned out from Winston-Salem State last year, playing about 60 games, All-American. Jason Rook will be back more, and Jeremy Jones had broken his arm coaching first for the A&T, so he was out for 2 months and never really got going there. So to have those guys back is going to be huge. Wayne Lewis, St. Augustine, CIAA All-Conference guy, he's going to be here full time.
How about the coach from Winston-Salem State? Can he play with you this year?
No, he played last year, and then he some of my guys had interest in going to school there, and so he had to take himself out of the.
I gotcha. So there's no recruiting type equation going on. Gotcha.
But I think they have their last home game today against Bluefield State. Maybe I might.
They're getting ready for the playoffs.
Yeah, Coach Richie. We texted today a little earlier.
That's good stuff.
What about Ray Crawford's year?
Solid year. I mean, this is the kind of year you dream about for Ray Crawford. RBIs. I thought at one time he may reach 100 this year the way it was going. It was just going off the charts for Ray Crawford and all the kids over there. Colby Keene out of the Southeast.
He's having a good year. He played in our league last year for the Expos. He's improved a lot.
That's Keene?
Yeah. But, as far as the Reds, we've got guys like Terrence Penn who went to Guilford College. I mean, this guy's invaluable with his bunting. He can play any outfield position. Has one of the strongest arms on the team. Can hit for a little power, clutch hitter. Joey Pisco's going to be back. So there's guys like that. Tavon Clark had a breakout year last year.
Man, that's TiVo. Had heard about TiVo in a while.
He had been hurt for a couple years and finally had a breakout season and won our Silver Slugger Award.
So this is the Greensboro NABA along with Greensboro Reds skipper, the league commissioner of the Adult Baseball Association Greensboro version inside Havana Phil's on Battleground Avenue today. Thanks to Phil Siegel for allowing us to come in and visit with him today, and also conduct this interview in his nice store on Battleground Avenue, Havana Phil's. He's got Derek Wittenberg, who's going to be in here later on as we head toward the summer for a 1983 kind of reunion of that NC State basketball team that won the title. Wittenberg will be signing those DVDs coming up later this summer. And about the NABA and about the Adult Baseball League, ran into a guy about 3 weeks ago. This guy's name was Chad Thousand. Great name, Chad Thousand. He said one of his best days, some of his best days were back playing baseball. He came out, I think, Chico State out of California, moved here locally to try it, played in an Adult Baseball League. I think he said the most important, the memories of being in these baseball leagues, the memories you take with you after the years of playing this adult baseball. You come back, you get in the adult league after playing maybe years of college, or maybe even some guys went to the pros, some guys maybe just finished up high school baseball. But the memories are what you take out of this. Those memories, I mean, you make brand new memories in this adult league you take with you forever. Different kind of memories than you had maybe playing college, pro, or high school baseball. Give us one of your memories in this league, because you've been a player as well as a manager for a lot of years. Hit me one of those red hot memories over the years.
I was offered a scholarship to Campbell out of Western Guilford, and I ended up going to Delaware, University of Delaware, for a year. I didn't want to go to some small school, but had I gone, I probably wouldn't be doing what I'm doing. So that fire still burned in me to be competitive. I didn't get burned out in college and stuff like that. I felt incomplete.
That's a good point.
So when I was 29, I was playing softball. My buddy said, "Hey, come play adult league baseball." And I said, "There's no way." Then I thought about it, and I said, I'll have an opportunity to kind of finish my own personal story. And so I came out, and I won Rookie of the Year. And one of my goals was to have a walk-off hit or home run in a game. But in the playoffs, the second year I had a walk-off hit in the playoffs, which that was my greatest memory for the Triad Pirates.
That's interesting.
And then the next year I made the Reds and then went on to the NABA. But a lot of kids, they don't really enjoy college baseball, in my opinion, that I come across.
They played so much up to that point, I think they kind of burned out on it. But after they wrestled a while and take a break, I wish I'd have played more. They want to play more.
So we offer baseball in its purest enjoyment, fun, the camaraderie. I think most of the guys just like being around people. Like Travis Moore loves his teammates, Jermaine White. I mean, the talking after the games and fixing the field up and all that sort of thing. The Piedmont Pirates is allowing all these kids from Western to come together,
play together
and keep on playing together. Johnny Oreo gets to play with Keith Anderson and some of his buddies, and Aaron's and all them. So,
what about who started the Reds? Who started that team?
I started the Reds. I was a part of the Pirates team. I had been promised to be co-manager, and the first game I went out there, and my coach had found somebody else, and I was kind of upset about it. So
just start your own team.
Well, the league knew I wanted to have my own team.
Yeah.
So I had kept in touch with like a Nick Johnson from Smith, Jeremy Jones, Darius Sawyer, who's now coaching a middle school team in Greenville. And I kept notes on all these younger players because I was in a 28 and up league. So they came to me and said, "Would you like to have a team?" Yeah, so I broke away and started halfway in the year. We went 8-2, and we lost in the first round of the playoffs, but that's how it all started.
Well, going back to today at Havana Phil's on Battleground Avenue with Phil Siegel bringing us in today, and with Enad Haddad, Greensboro NABA, Greensboro Adult Baseball Association. Give us a lowdown again on this upcoming 2014 year, what you expect, some of your expectations as league commissioner and as a manager, and maybe even as a player. You may play some this year, too.
Yeah. Well, first and foremost, the league, we have our best group of coaches. We have the same vision. We have a lot of college players now, and ex-college players, can be very competitive, and that's what we want. We feel you're only as good as your bottom team. The goal is, I'm a big NFL fan, is when you show up, do you know who's going to win or not? My team has been on top, but we were on the bottom and fought our way up.
The fun part of being in your league would be on a team that has not made it to the top and trying to knock you guys off and trying to beat the guy at the top. Coming after the Reds, what we want to do. We want to beat this team.
As a president, I would love to see the Reds get beat. That would be the best thing for the league. So, but we've got great fields of play on, great coaching. I'm really happy about the coaches that have sent us players and people hearing about the league. We've created more league events for camaraderie, and really excited about how the playoffs might be this year. And then and then playing Fayetteville league for the state championship as the first time, and we can go take a team to the World Series in Jupiter, Florida.
That'd be
in
great
November.
to go down there, Roger Dean Stadium, maybe.
Yeah. So now, as far as me personally, my favorite players growing up were pinch hitters or old veterans who came in, and I think that's what I might be now. I might just come in and pinch hit here and there. I mean, I have a talented team, and the hardest thing for me to do was stop playing so much and let these guys go ahead. It's hard to manage and play.
Sure.
It's, you lose a little bit of edge there, and you physically are tired, you mentally are tired, but I think I could come in and pinch hit some, and it fires the guys up.
To see you get in there and roll your sleeves up and get involved.
I slide in first. I've done that just to fire them up.
Kind of like the old Biff Pocoroba type guy, right?
Or Rusty Staub.
There you go. We mentioned him today, a couple of those guys, and I was thinking about an old Greg Olson from the Braves, their catcher that was over there several years ago.
But I haven't lost my passion to play. I'm 40 years old. Maybe in the future in NABA we might have a 30 and up league and a 30 and up division.
Some different divisions.
Yeah. And if you're very competitive, you can play down. That's the ultimate goal.
How did you find out about Havana Phil? Some of your players maybe visit with Phil Siegel on occasion. How did you find out about the place we're at today here on Battleground Avenue?
Well, my business is down the road here, and I would always drive by, and it looked like a really cool place. I mean, any man, loves cigars, or, it's just kind of nostalgic, and it's a really nice looking building. And
a lot of good sports memorabilia too.
Yeah,
I like that.
It's all around here. But I would see him out from time to time. I'd be out after a game, he'd be out after a game. We'd say hello. And I meant to stop by here for forever, and finally came in, and we had some good conversations and stuff like that. And he's a huge sports fan. He has his team in his hockey league, and I have a president of a league and have my own team.
Both guys adults that have a passion.
And he's a man's man. I mean, he talks about sports,
right,
and was teaching me about how to cut cigars and this and that and the other. So
we'll talk again about how to find out more about the league for those who are interested in inquiring about the league. How do you come to the league as far as your information site, that type thing?
GreensboroNABA.com. You can go in there and fill out an interest form, or you can go in there and go ahead and register. And
what else do we find out about on that site? What else is on the site?
Schedule, upcoming events, what we offer.
You keep it pretty well updated during the season.
Yes. You can look at past awards. We have MVP and all that sort of thing. And
gotcha.
Pitcher of the year. There's a lot of pictures on there. I think kids like to see their pictures. We hope to get some more interviews this year with other teams and other coaches and get them involved.
We've had a few past interviews over the years. Remember after the All-Star game that one year had the big interview out of Western Guilford.
We did the Wells boys.
Right.
He's had a good year at Winston-Salem State.
Scott Wells does very well. Yes.
Joey McIntyre from the Yankees.
You had a home run derby winner out there one year. I think it was a kid who
McIntyre.
had been at Joey McIntyre at A&T.
Jason Rook.
Yeah, and McIntyre looked like a broomstick, and Rook looked like Hercules out there. Those two fighting for that home run derby title. And the skinny kid McIntyre was winner because he just happened to hit the ball.
Yeah, we got done at probably about midnight.
They had the battle off at the end too. Almost had to go extra at bats just to get the home run derby settled. Well, Enad, again, give us that website one more time and other ways they might be able to reach you. I know we can find you often up Battleground Avenue at Samira's. We can also find you at Havana Phil's. And fill us in one more time about how to find that website, get in touch with you, and keep up with the Reds, keep up with the Greensboro NABA, the National Adult Baseball Association Greensboro chapter. Give us that information one more time as we close out here today.
GreensboroNABA.com. And we also have a Facebook page, Greensboro NABA Baseball Collegiate Adult Baseball League. We have a Twitter. But our Facebook page is pretty popular.
I was going to say, you've done a good job of Facebook.
We have all the Greensboro Red stuff.
Got a lot of contacts, a lot of people like that page, and people you've reached out to over the years.
The Lexington Orioles have done a great job with their marketing and uniforms. They have a Facebook page, the Kernersville Marlins.
So we'll see the Lexington Orioles this year.
Piedmont Pirates. Yeah, Lexington Orioles is going to be a good group.
Bringing back the old orange and black.
Yes. They have a lot of ex and current college players, Legion players out there. And that's a good thing. We wanted to reach Lexington, Winston-Salem, Kernersville, Greensboro. So pretty excited about how we're spreading out. Yeah, the outreach is on, and we've reached out today to Havana Phil's on Battleground Avenue. And Enad Haddad has been with us, and good afternoon to be out talking some baseball, talking about a good cigar. I tell you, a guy enjoyed a good cigar was Jack McKeon. Jack's had to cut back a little bit now, but I saw Jack, talked to Jack last week. And he's talking about, he lives in Burlington, down around Elon now, still a consultant for the Marlins, and
that guy's a wealth of baseball knowledge too,
Yeah.
and he has spent many an afternoon, many a day with a good cigar over the years.
I think his son or his nephew was out there with Kyle Warren, our pitcher.
Probably one of the
He would actually
Booker
sit.
kids, yeah.
He would. I heard Kyle was telling me he would actually sit behind the pitcher. I mean, he wasn't calling pitches, but he would sit there for every single pitch that his grandson threw from that same point. And I don't know how good he was. I think he was decent.
The Booker kids out of Western
Yeah.
Alamance, I think one of the kids made it as high as AAA, and the other kid was trying to work his way up through the ranks, and Greg Booker, his son-in-law, made it to the major leagues
I
and
remember
pitched
him.
quite well over the years. Yeah.
I remember him.
Enad, that website one more time.
GreensboroNABA.com, Greensboro NABA on Facebook.
His Havana Field, does he have a website?
Yes, he does. He has a like page on Facebook, Havana Field Cigars.
Let's keep it all connected to Greensboro.
Check out his
NABA.
hockey team,
And it's called Havana Field's Hockey Team.
hockey club.
Hockey Club.
Yeah.
They were champions in the championship
Yeah,
hunt again
Trevor
this year.
Edwards, Patrick Coyne. I got a couple names
Yeah.
here. Andy Nick, Phil Siegel. Who's another guy?
Troy Pree.
Troy Pree, a 50-year-old guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, 50-year-old player still
Freaking
playing.
nature.
Yeah.
What's the hours for Havana Field here?
Well, we're 11 to 7 Monday through Thursday. We're up until 8 on Friday and 11 to 7 on Saturday.
And we can always catch Phil, NC State grad, Greensboro Grimsley Worley grad, back in the year. And again, he's got Derek Wittenberg coming in. What's the date on that again, Phil?
June 7th, I think, is a Saturday.
Big-
2 to 3:30.
That'll be a big Sunday from a time frame again, 2 to 3:30.
Yes.
Good deal. May see some other NC State local fans in it that day too.
Yeah, stop by in here. They got great memorabilia, hockey, NFL, Russell Wilson.
And kind of interested too.
This
'cause
is
you
a really cool
You
place.
see Chris Paul, you see the NC State Championship team 1974, you see Michael Jordan, you see a lot of different teams represented here. You see Coach Smith, and you also see Duke. So Havana Field is kind of good because he takes in all the teams, not just Wolfpack.
I'd like to see that David Thompson out there in the corner be pulled out a little bit.
Yeah, that number 44 from back in
That's
the day.
right.
Enad, thanks a
you,
lot. Did a good job. We'll see you again. The opening date for the NABA this year. Opening date and
May
location.
18th at Guilford College.
Time.
1:30. The Dodgers play. Actually, the Lexington Orioles play the Kernersville Marlins, and the Winston-Salem Dodgers play the Greensboro Reds.
We'll see you there.
Okay. Thank you.